Ready? Exercise number 23. Start. Mr. Vice Chairman, corruption was also dragged in. I thought that it was rather unfortunate that certain names were mentioned. We have a rule in this house that if a matter is pending in a court of law, then that matter ought not to be mentioned here. It was most inappropriate, therefore, and it was a sheer transgression of the rules of this great house that his name has been dragged in number of times and reference have been made to matters that are pending in a court. Stop. Next para. Sir, I may also in passing make a reference or give vent to my feelings so far as industrial production in the public sector is concerned. It has been mentioned that the public sector undertakings have been white elephants. In a way, they have been. Now, what are the reasons for that? One of the reasons is that the moment an industry comes in the public sector, certain provisions of the constitution being to apply to it, and it becomes almost impossible to discipline the working force, with the result that the same labor that works in a very fine manner when it is working for the Tatas and Birlas, the moment it comes in a government sector, all of a sudden seems to go sluggish. One of these days it will have to be considered by us whether it would not be appropriate to take out the public sector outside the operation of Article 311. Sir, I heard the warning of your bell. So many things have been said. I wish I had a little longer time to deal with them. Stop. Next para. Instead of being proud of the fact the our satellites are orbiting the space, that in the Antarctica we have had a spectacular success, the matter is being decreed. So much criticism has been made of our telephones. In most of our public undertakings, the problem has been that we have been running them at very low tariff, and telephone is no exception. We have been subsidizing it from the general revenues. We do it for railways, we do it for telephones, we do it for many other things. It is a wrong thing economically, therefore tariffs must be raised. Each undertaking must be self-sufficient. We are using old instruments, very old equipments that have been lying with us for a couple of decades. We have regenerated it. We have stressed it to almost the breaking point, which should have been a matter of satisfaction, that we have been able to provide telephones to so many people with equipment that could not have met even half the number of telephones. Stop. Next para. Our railways are carrying so many passengers crying under the heavy load. Would the honorable members of the opposition like this, that the number of telephones be reduced to half, that passenger on railways be allowed only on permit, so that we can take away the load from it till such time that we are able to acquire new equipment? And where from do we acquire the equipments? From the money that we get from the users. And the moment tariff is raised to the extent necessary, there is a hue and cry. Stop. Next para. Therefore, I would submit that this kind of criticism does not take us any further. We are debating the President's address here, and let us debate it in a realistic manner. Let us not find fault with almost everything. There are good things, there are bad things in all systems. I do not pretend that everything that we say is 100% correct, but most certainly, by and large, what has been done in this country in the course of the last 2 years, especially in the last 12 months, is a spectacular success. The figures have been given in the President's address. The economic revenue the other day repeated them. I was reading the Financial Times. The Financial Times makes an admission that most of the things that we have said are absolutely correct and economy has turned the corner. We should have been jubilant about it. We should have been happy about it. We should have congratulated the government. Even the foreign magazines make this admission. Persons for whom there is no love lost between us, and they, instead of doing that, you have been criticizing the government on every point. Stop, next para. Some of our members have criticized the core, while some of them belonging to the ruling party have supported the motion on the President's address and said that it is a very good speech, that he has very elaborately discussed about the development of our country. As far as my position is concerned, it is my bounden duty to point out the merits of the President's address as well as certain flaws that I have noticed. I belong to a party which is neither with the opposition in its views completely nor with the other side. To a certain extent, I say that the President's address is not a formal document. Stop. Thank you very much. Guys, there is one request. Please always try to repeat the matter so that your fluency and accuracy will increase. And also there is a humble request. Please subscribe my channel for next audio if you feel better. Thank you very much.